All right. Oh, Lordy. Well, and well. All right. Well, I'm just going to do a quick thing here instead of recording it and uploading it. Just throw it out there live. Why not? So we are in Whiteland, Indiana. We're currently sitting at the Pilot, I-65, exit 95, and we are waiting. We got a load just about 20 miles, or road miles south of here, near Edinburgh, Indiana. And it turns out that on the load, the information which I was given was wrong, which makes the trip a lot more difficult. So, according to the bills of lading here, the two vehicles I picked up, the weight of which, of each vehicle, okay, so we have two pieces, okay, it lists two pieces here, 192 inches long, 100 inches wide, 104 inches high, all right? The weight of these two of each vehicle is 22,582 pounds. And then the combined gross weight of these two vehicles that I have on the trailer is 45,164 pounds, which is incorrect. Now, my truck, without a load on it, weighs approximately 32,000 pounds. You know, give or take, you know, several hundred pounds for fuel, whatnot. But if you look at my scale ticket here, let's put that over there. You can see that my gross weight, 85,280 pounds. Now, 11,740, 30,840, 21,600 for my first trailer axle, 21,100 for my second axle, which gives me a combined weight of 85,200 pounds. Now, if this were one piece or one vehicle with, you know, the pieces taken off and put onto the horn or whatnot, I could get a permit for each state I got to go through to get this out to California, and it'd be fine. But because it is considered a divisible load, I have two pieces. Give me an overweight situation, I cannot get permits for that unless it's a special permit to do things like that. But for the most part, you can't do that. So we are looking at going back over to the military base where I picked these two military pieces of equipment up at, one of them coming off, and then getting new bills of lading, getting all that fixed and straightened out, having things corrected. Then I can fly down the road to get this from Indianapolis basically to California, just a little bit north of Reno, Nevada. All right. So a good 2,100 mile run from here to there. The information that I received, that my broker received, that my company received, was wrong. Because these two pieces together are about 52,000 pounds. Minimum. A little bit over 52,000 pounds. So, with a truck that weighs 32,000 pounds with the truck and trailer, me, all my stuff, fuel, equipment, all that jazz, right? That puts me overweight. And that causes a problem. I can't, if it was just one piece and I was 85,000 pounds, no big deal. You get permits for that. You flag up the truck. You follow the restrictions on the permit. You get it out there. But because it's two separate pieces, it's not one piece of equipment divided into two pieces. This is two different separate pieces of equipment. So I can't get a permit for that. So now we wait. So starting at 7 a.m. this morning, trying to get my weights figured out, and I knew something was wrong. I knew it was wrong yesterday. I just couldn't figure it out. I wasn't thinking about being a divisible load. I knew the regs, but I wasn't really thinking about it because I was concerned about the weight distribution more than I was about the weight. And I wasn't thinking like I should have been about all the regulations and restrictions about having a load. I know about reducible load. I do that all the time. Take the wheels off, put them up here. That's mostly for size, for the width of my vehicle or the height of my vehicle. I deal with that more often. Divisible loads, where it's multiple pieces, that I've never had to deal with. So it wasn't in my head, which it should have been. But as I'm still learning, I think it might give me a little bit of a pass, a little bit, not a lot. I'm not saying that I'm totally excused from it. I should have been thinking about that prior. But that being said, the load is not a legal load, no matter what I do. I can't get it permitted. So it is now 11:30 here in Whiteland, Indiana. I am waiting for the broker to fix this. I'm waiting for my driver manager to say, yes, let's do this. So, and then also the shipper, the military base here, Camp Atterby, here in Indiana, near Edinburgh, Indiana, waiting for them all to get things settled the way it's supposed to be. So that this scale ticket will be replaced by a new one that shows that I have all my axles are legal. Then this bill of lading here is going to be voided, a new bill of lading created for one of these vehicles instead of two. Then I can have the ability to go down the road. The only other option that's somewhat viable is that the load is canceled altogether, and I take these pieces back. They're offloaded, and we don't take it. Which, I don't think that's as much of a possibility, but it's still a possibility. It's like 99% I go back and they take this to, take one piece off, leave the other one on there, and start trucking to California. Like I said, 1% possibility they take both of them off. But I think 1% is probably is figured a little bit high. So like 0.001%, if I was giving odds. Hey, good morning, Nathaniel. Thank you very much. Nick Fernandez, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming in. Haven't seen you before. Thank you for coming in. Listen to me whine and cry. Trucking with Currency, or Kiersey, how you doing, ma'am? I appreciate you coming in. I've been watching your stuff lately as well. No, Nathaniel, I'm not hauling a tank. I'm calling APCs, Armored Personnel Carriers. Well, let's go take a look at it. Hopefully it doesn't get washed out too much. Pardon me for everybody, it's snowing a little bit. So that's what we got on the truck. So let's take a look at the chaining here. All right, so see my chains here. So chain hooked to the web rail, binder looped up, hooked to itself and tightened up, slack in the middle, same there, and then just repeat it on the way back here. Same in the front here. And then I got two chains in the back because of where my ability to connect is. I got the axle right there. I wasn't able to connect properly, so I got two chains back here, separated. So we're good. All right. So it is snowing. Been snowing since last night. Not too much, but enough. All right. All right. So like I said, it's 11:30. We've been waiting. Good morning, Scrapping Hoarder. Thank you very much. Well, Nick, it's not that hard. Truck driving is not that difficult. If this chimpanzee can do it, so can you. Here, let me show you my view here. There we go. I try to. All right. There's your steering wheel right there. 18-speed stick shift. Right there. All you got to do is want to do it. Go to a good CDL school. Do not go to a trucking company to get your driver's license. Do not give them your money. Do not go for that substandard training. Go to a real independent truck driving school, not from a trucking company. Never do that. That's the worst way to get into trucking. Yeah, maybe a more affordable at the beginning because they are, quote unquote, paying for your truck driving, but you get substandard training and you'll wind up worse for it, in my opinion. Save your money, go to a real independent truck driving school, and then do it. Okay, well, Nick, the best way to do that, join the Army. Or go to a military, auction or surplus place, and I'm sure they have decommissioned ones that you can buy and whatnot. But I thought you meant truck driving. All right, well, whatever. So we got a day of waiting. So like I said, I picked these up yesterday down here in Edinburgh, Indiana, a little bit south of Indianapolis, here off of I-65. Too old? What do you mean too old? There's no such thing as too old. Now, if you're trying to get into kindergarten, yeah, maybe you're too old. But for driving a truck, you ain't too old. You can drive a truck till the day you die. All right, well, whatever. So we are waiting for phone calls and emails and things like that to come back to me, telling me what to do. And until that does happen, it's just one of the things. You just sit around, I'm just sitting and waiting. I sit to drive, I sit to wait, and that's the bigger part of my job is waiting. I'm not doing the heaviest of stuff. I'm not doing the most complicated of stuff. So I'm in my third year of driving a truck, and I think I have a little bit of knowledge, enough to say that if you think that driving a truck is the hard part, no. The truck driving itself is the easy part. The hard part is dealing with the shipper, the receiver, other truck drivers, traffic, dealing with things breaking down where you need a repair shop, the waiting for the next load to come in and all that jazz. But today's issue is the fact that the information, the bills of lading, the legal document here, the legal document here talking about the load, its weight, its size, who owns it, where it's going to, who's buying it, where I'm going to, all that jazz. When this is wrong, this doesn't get turned. This doesn't get the truck started to go down the road. And at the moment, money is being lost by everybody. Except for me right now, because I'm a salaried employee. Whether this truck rolls down the road or not, I'm getting paid. So I'm not as frustrated as I could be if I was being paid by the mile. But since I get paid by the week, regardless of what happens, I'm upset that I'm not working, and I'm forced to sit here and wait and cooling my jets. But other than those, it's not as bad for me. My company's losing money. The shipper's not getting it where it needs to go. The broker has to do a lot more work. My company has to do a lot more work because somebody didn't do their job properly at the very beginning, and it's rolling downhill. Scrapping, some truck drivers who I got to run hard. I got to drive 11 hours a day. Edmilson, how you doing? Buenos noches. Sorry, my Portuguese is not good. I apologize for that. So I do apologize, but thank you coming in. I believe you're in Brazil, if I remember correctly. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Some truck drivers try to drive that way because they think they have to. I got to drive 11 hours a day. I got to go. And they wind up hurting themselves. What the type of trucking that I do not work hard at all. Most days, if I work a full 10 hours of driving, if I drive for 10 hours, I've had a good long day. Most of the time, I drive pretty easy. Just go down the road, nice and simple. And I don't work hard. I spend more time back there, doing whatever, sleeping, watching YouTube, doing video, whatnot, than I actually do working most of the time, So I don't work hard at all. I've never fallen asleep. When I do feel tired, I get off the road. I don't wait. I don't try to say, well, I got to go do this. I pull off the road and I wait. I get up in the morning when I feel that I've rested enough, and then I go. I don't get up tired in the morning and just go down the road. That's the way I hurt me. And that's the only person I care about. I worry about my safety first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Then everybody else around me on the highway and everywhere else, they get the benefit of my being safe for me. A scrapping, I have never seen an actual a lot lizard at a truck stop. The closest I've ever come to that was I was going through Memphis very early in the morning, about 4 a.m. in the morning. I was going through Memphis from the south to the north, heading out west somewhere. And there were 4 women walking not in a residential neighborhood. It was in a somewhat commercial neighborhood. It was not great. It was pretty run down, dilapidated, pretty not a good, safe place to be. And let's just say they were dressed in your typical prostitute lot lizard attire, at 4 a.m. And they were walking on the side of the road towards 2 truck stops about 3 miles up the road. Now, I don't know that they're lot lizards. I don't know that they're hookers or prostitutes or whatever you want to call them. But the likelihood that they were, given, my preconceptions, my assumptions, I assume they were, but that's as close as I've ever come. I've never had a lot lizard on my, knocking on my door. I've never seen them out in the parking lots anywhere in America. And I've been to all 48 states of the lower, in the continental United States. I've never seen one. Now, over the CB, I have the stupid truck drivers saying stuff. But, I've never had a quote unquote working girl, out doing that. So, but, other than that, like I said, truck driving is an easy job. But apparently office work, because getting this information wrong makes my job a little bit more difficult. So like I said, I got up 7 a.m., ready to rock and roll. The information that I got was wrong, so that screwed me up. Now I'm waiting for them to fix it. I cannot fix it by myself. I can just say, hey, this is wrong. I can't go with this. Let's get the ball rolling. So now I'm waiting for the broker, the shipper, my office, to say that things are correct. This is what this is what the plan is. This is what you need to do. Now go do it. Then I can go get it done. I can go take one of these APCs off, drop it off back where I picked it up, get my paperwork changed, get new paperwork, get that signed, get it out of there. And then, then I can take this load from Edinburgh, Indiana, a little bit south of Indianapolis on I-65, and I can take this all the way out to California, to Herlong, California, which is a little bit north of Reno, Nevada. So get to Reno, US 395, I believe it is, in California. Take that north. That'll take me to the military, base that I need to go to deliver it. Then we consider it done. But until that point, there's nothing I can do. You know, it's sit here like I am and wait. Other than that, everything is peachy keen. All right. Well, like I said, the only other thing of note to work. Why are you going to work? Nobody likes work. All right, Scrapping, have a good day. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Well, Fishing Trucker, you've seen more than I have. Like I said, I've been on the road, you know, a little over 2.5 years now. I ain't seen one. Like I said, those 4 women there in Memphis at 4 a.m. walking up the road, I would guess. That's my guess. Okay. I just got one product complaint to make. You know, I'm not normally one to complain about these things, but when it nearly kills me, you know, I got to make a complaint. Okay, so a little over a month ago, I was in Trinidad, Colorado. I was in Trinidad, Colorado, picked up picked up this Emeril Lagasse Air Power or Power Air Fryer 360 Plus, distributed by that company there. Well, the dang thing blew up on me, nearly killed me. And it was only being used for the second time, and it had been used for less than 20 minutes in total. This company, Mr. Lagasse, you attach your name to a company that made garbage. I would never buy this. I'm not trying to be mean to them, but you make something that just that blows up after 20 minutes of use. You did something wrong. All right, so that's the long and short of today so far. I just want to thank you all for coming in. Nick Fernandez, Fishing Trucker, Scrapping Hoarder, Nathaniel Lee, thank you very much all for coming in. Trucking Along with Kersey. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Just wanted to ramble on here for a moment and do my little blah, blah, blah. And like I said, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be doing what we got to do. Talk to you later.